Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you with your Ispire Daab Diamond Dab of the Day. Today we've got SoCal Dabbers Live Diamonds. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Definitely join the family, send a like, and I enjoy the comments. Well, it's the new year. We're in 2022. We made it. And I want to talk about something that I think is, frankly, ageless. It's a product of my life, as always. I want to talk about love. That's right. I want to talk about love. What ways? Essentially, how can we show our love for those that we care about? You know, I'm 64 years old. I used to think sex was love. Let's talk. Are you showing your love fearlessly and selflessly? Most people don't show their love. Interesting. Because they're afraid of being seen as vulnerable and regard love and emotions as a weakness, not a strength. It is true. Love does make you vulnerable, and showing love is indeed risky. It's risky because you never know what's going to happen in the future. However, you got to remind yourself that love responds best to love. Plus, you have so many things in people to lose if you allow yourself to appear cold and unemotional. Think about it. So maybe we all have to take a little bit of a risk, allow ourselves to be vulnerable sometimes, and show your love. Because most times, you're going to win. There are some surefire ways to show your love. You want to listen. People want and crave to be heard, to have a voice and a saying in life, actually. Pardon me. So, don't you? When you listen, you make the other person feel seen and understood, accounted for, and accepted. Maybe we all should take time and brush up on our listening skills. We need to complain without accusing. When you don't like something, talk about that something and not about the person causing it, your loved one. Keep your promises. Did you notice that your promises are not created equal? That we tend to go above and beyond to keep our promises to those we love and merely try when it comes to the others? It's not about being dishonest, but the fact is that we have limited time in life and resources, and it's only natural to prioritize those you love ahead of those you don't. We need to answer without arguing. Learn how to be assertive and avoid getting into unnecessary disputes, fights, and conflicts. Once you yell at a person that you love, you set a precedent that opens the door to unpleasant interactions. We need to share without expectations. Share and offer things without expecting anything in return. Do it only for the pleasure of being altruistic and the good feelings the other person feels. Altruism is to selflessness, courage is to fear. However, as long as both parties are gaining something from it, your altruism is perceived as such. And there's nothing deceitful about it. That, in fact, is how a good relationship works. It's a true two-way street. You got to show trust. If you know a person that has never told a lie, the whole world wants to meet him or her. Definitely. Show your trust, even though sometimes you know you've been lied to. It happens. Remind yourself that you're not a perfect person either, and when you love someone, they deserve a chance to redeem themselves right in front of you. Not saying offer your trust to a habitual liar, but sooner or later, somebody in life's going to lie. Trusting people is not only about believing that they're telling you the truth, And when it comes to relationships, offering your trust is more showing that you're confident about your loved one's abilities, skills, character traits, potential, and talents. Is there anything more painful when you need to overcome an obstacle than seeing your loved ones having no trust that you can do it? Doesn't the obstacle feel twice as big then? So we need to learn a lot about the importance of trustworthiness and conscientiousness. We need to make people feel important. That's right. In an ocean of 7 or 8 billion people, most of us desire to be acknowledged and appreciated as an individual. We want to feel important, to be less anonymous and more accounted for. We want to feel useful and loved for what we have to offer. We need to make concessions when we love people. Making concessions is proving to the other party that you care more about them rather than caring about your vanity or desire to be right or winning. Consciences, again, concessions are a two-way street. You give me a bit more on one issue, I give you something more on something else. If you're the only one giving in, there's no relationship. You gotta be tolerant. Tolerance starts with yourself. Be less self-conscious and more self-compassionate. Nobody's perfect. Are we making a mistake? Get up and try again in a different way. Being tolerant to those you love means give them the opportunity to redeem themselves. Give them the chance to try again. Empower them with knowledge of other options to take. And by golly, you gotta get personal with the people you love. Don't trust people who don't talk about themselves because you never know what and how they're thinking and behaving. Get personal. Make yourself useful. When those you love are asking for help, take it as an opportunity to be useful, to show your love and care, not as an inconvenience. Show your loved ones that you care that much you are willing to give up on your comfort and interest to help them. Eye contact. Maintain the eye contact. When your eyes are somewhere else, the message you're sending is that your attention is divided between the person you're talking to and whatever else you're thinking about. The other person feels when you're not looking at them as you're not important. Therefore, they become less important. You become less important to them. It becomes a vicious circle. Remind yourself always that people will like you more when they love how they see themselves in your eyes. Try to live new experiences together with loved ones. Most relationships, even those filled with love, mutual respect, and understanding, need a bit of spicing up from time to time to get out of the routine of everyday life. Getting involved in new experiences together creates excitement in the relationship, the same type of excitement as in the beginning. It takes us out of monotony and allows us to rediscover each other in a pleasant and beneficial way. Living new experiences together is not only a way of rediscovering each other, but also linking the relationship to pleasant memories and feelings, creating new moments that can help you both clearly see your life passing so that the days don't look the same and you feel happier and more fulfilled. We got to stop sitting in front of that damn TV set smoking weed. That's right. Surprise somebody. Make surprises. As with new experiences, surprises spice things up. Takes us out of the monotony and routine, and it makes the other person feel special, interesting, and worthy of your attention and love. We need to accept doing things that our loved ones enjoy. That's right. True love. Show interest and acceptance for what your loved one is passionate about. Do not dismiss it as nothing or as stupid or silly, even if you don't get what is in the fun of it. One of the most mentioned reasons for breakup is that we never did anything together, or he or she never showed interest in what I'm doing or what I like. You gotta remember, love is priceless and the jewel of life. So show our love without fear, because even if from time to time we get disappointed, we will more often be truly rewarded. Do not leave your loved ones in doubt. Don't expect people to know just because you think you are demonstrating it that your behavior shows love. When you say, I love you, it is the ultimate validation and confirmation of their feelings about your actions. It's like an unwritten contract of affection between two people. When I go to night, the last thing I say is, love you, honey. When I wake up and get my kiss in the morning as Mrs. Stoner goes to work, love you, honey. When I hang up the phone talking with her, love you, honey. When I talk to my son, say goodbye, love you, son. When I talk to my daughter, and same thing, love you, sweetie. Love, I tell you what, it's a word that is bantered about, I have to say. But if you think a little bit in life before you act, you will be able to find that love can be demonstrated in tremendous amount of ways that you never thought even existed. Things you never even thought possible. Most people think, oh, I'll show love. I'm going to buy something for my loved one. Oh, I'll show love. You know what? Couldn't be further from the truth. Attention. The number one thing loved one wants from a loved one, in Senior Stoner's opinion, is attention. That's right. And validation. If you're feeling pain, you want your loved one to understand. If you're feeling great, you want your loved one to empathize and feel great also. You're two peas in a pod with a loved one. I'm married over 40 years. I've been with Mrs. Stoner 45 years this year. And I got to tell you, the love of my life. Let's get started with our dab of the day. We're using SoCal Dabbers Sativa today to spice up the day. Grape Stomper. Hello, everybody. Whoa. Heavy hit diamonds. Wow. You know what to do if you enjoyed today's video, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for understanding that today's discussion about love is a really important one. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been the Real Senior Stoner. Have a wonderful day out there, everybody. And remember, love somebody today. Show your love. Cheers.